Our two cents.
With Oscar.
Hey, welcome back to Our Two Cents. Our Two Cents, WOscar.com, Our Two Cents on all social medias. Thank you for all your support. Please hit the subscribe button. It's free to you, and it means the world to me. Leave a comment for the algorithm. It helps. It helps keep things rolling and moving along the way. Because shit needs to keep going. We can't be stuck in a rut where we've been for the past 3 to 4 years. Don't mind me and my audio. We're trying new things, new ways, new angles. We'll see which was my best angle. Was it the other one or was it this one? We'll find out. Anyways, Buzzsprout. Let's get your podcast launched today. You could start for free. Today is a great day to start your own podcast. Whether you're looking for a new marketing channel or, I don't know, maybe you have a message you want to share with the world, or maybe you just think it would be fun to have your own talk show, program, podcast. You could call it whatever you want. Podcasting is an easy and expensive and fun way to expand your reach online. Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, track your podcast. Your show can be online listed in all major podcast directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many of them of more. I don't know, maybe. Within minutes of finishing your recording. Podcasting isn't hard when you have the right partners and team, and Buzzsprout and the team of Buzzsprout is passionate about helping you succeed. Join over hundreds of thousands of podcasters already using the Buzzsprout to get their message out to the world. Let's create something together. Following the link in the show notes, let's Buzzsprout that we, no. I sent you. It's a one-man show. There's no we here yet. Hopefully in the future, we'll have some French people in here that are saying we, you know, something French along those lines. Following the link in the show notes, let's Buzzsprout know that I sent you. Gets you a $20 gift card if you sign up for a paid plan, and definitely help support the show. Thank you. We use Buzzsprout. It's great. Analytics. It's all I know how to read. They have many other things as monetization, I should say, stats, all that good jazz. They help you along the way. You just got to bring in the crowd, and they'll do the rest. Thank you. Let's celebrate nationalities. Happy National Sacher Day. Sacher Torte Day. National Sacher Torte Day. If you like chocolate and you like cake, then National Sacher Torte Day on December 5th is a perfect day for you. The layered ingredients make this dessert a delicious torte. I hope I said that right. Hashtag National Sacher Torte Day. That sounds very French. Ooh, I'm so wrong. Sacher Torte, also known as Sacher Torte, is a unique type of chocolate cake. From Australia. Frank Sacher invented it in 1832. Vienna considers the Sachers one of their most famous culinary specialties. At the age of 16, Franz Sacher was only an apprentice to the chef when Prince Wenzel von Metternich ordered a special dessert from the kitchen for his guest. With the chef ill, Sacher stepped in for his superior and created what is now known worldwide as the Sacher Torte. So, if you don't want to get killed, you should invent a new cake so that your king, or King Biden, should help us eat that cake. Well, I don't know what the fuck was going to say. But anyways, happy National Sacher Torte Day. Whatever the fuck that is. It's a chocolate cake. Anyways, happy National Repeal Day. Today is a day to repeal those Democrats. No, it's not. On December 5th, National Repeal Day commemorates the day prohibition ended in the United States. Prohibition grew out a practice of modernization rooted in the Protestant churches in America. By 1830s, consumption of alcohol, especially hard spirits, was affecting the nation. Most participants were male. Those who joined the temperance movement saw alcohol as the root of all evil. That does sound like, say we put, let's read this. Let me just read this line and just change a word. Those who joined the temperance movement saw marijuana as the root of all evil. Jesus Christ. 100 years later, they decided to do the same shit to marijuana. And 100 years later, well, let's just say 91 years later, 92 years later, we're almost getting rid of the prohibition that lasted a lot longer than the alcohol prohibition. I don't even want to read this shit because I'm triggered. Anyways, I'm not. Consumption of alcohol, especially had spirits of those who joined the temperance movement saw alcohol as the root of all evil. The movement took hold at a time when women who had few rights in the country was debating slavery, ethics, and mores were changing. The temperance movement shifted the views on alcohol use from moderation to eradication. Well, let's allow alcohol before we take out slavery. That's the only plan that could have ever worked. Any other way that they could have tried to do it, it would have never worked. If they would have tried to slave the slaves, if they would have tried to free the slaves beforehand, let me tell you, it would have not worked. Alcohol would probably be illegal today. All sorts of things would probably be illegal today because we didn't have the brain at the time to make right decisions, make moral decisions, make decisions that don't affect others. Right? Right. Anyways, happy National Repeal Day. We all repeal those rules that make us think that we're not in charge, but we're not in charge. I don't know who the fuck is really in charge. Are you really in charge of your life? Am I really in charge of my life? Let me ask that question. Am I really in charge of my life? Well, let's put it this way. I was in charge of my life 4 days ago while I was heading to work. Me taking charge of my life decides, you know what? I don't want to take the freeway because the freeway seems busy right now. My Google Map says it will take you 15 minutes longer if you go this route. 15 minutes longer than usual if you go this route to get to where you're going. But if you go this way, you'll avoid those 15 minutes completely. And your destination is right across that mountain on that road. Well, can I make a suggestion for Google? Hey, Google, can you fucking explain when you're sending someone down a fucking dirt road that turns into a goddamn fucking riverbed? Do you have anything that'll give me those instructions, warning me that there's a dirt road coming up that will end on a riverbed, that right across from that riverbed, the road continues? Is there any way you can explain that to us before we fucking head on the road? Mind you, my 15 minutes of speeding of me getting to my destination turned into 4 motherfucking hours. Why? Because as I'm driving down the road comes to an end. The dirt road, mind you. Well, first of all, I should say I probably should have noticed when the road. No. I probably should have turned back around once the road went from pavement to dirt road. I probably should have turned back around. But no, that's not the kind of decisions that we make. We make a decision and we go for it until we fucking hit our faces on the ground. That's how we do things around here. We don't fucking make decisions and plan it out. No. The plan was to go in that direction because Google Maps had never failed me in the past, ever. Google Maps had never failed me in the past. Now, I might have clicked it in the wrong direction at one point in time, but Google Maps had never sent me to a riverbed to get stuck with a F-150. It's not a fucking 4x truck. It's a regular 2-wheel driven truck, I guess, right? If that's what you want to call it. I don't know if you guys know exactly what that is, but it's a 2-wheel drive truck. Mind you, loaded with lumber. Loaded to the gills with lumber. So I realized that I'm on a dirt road. And I'm like, well, you know what? I've been through roads like this. And, you know, it's just a dirt section right here. It'll bring me out at the other end. And I'll get to the pavement there. It's all right. I'll just keep riding. When I had that thought, it was probably the time to turn around. But I didn't. We kept going. Why? Because that's what we do here. We keep going no matter what. If there's an obstacle on the road, we keep going. And if that obstacle has the chassis of the truck sitting on the fucking sand, meanwhile the tires are just spinning in the air, well then, I guess we got to call for help. We call backup. And I don't know who the fuck listens to this, but if you've been with me since this started in 2019, you would perfectly remember Michael. Well, Michael and I are co-workers. And you know, he's the one that's not services, but checks the jobs to make sure that they're ready for us to come in and do the job, right? Well, on that day, I gave him a day's worth of work. So, you know, he should thank me for that day later. Otherwise, he would have just gone home and not had his day worth of work. All right? So you can thank me for that later, fucking Michael, whenever you come back. If you ever do. I don't even think we want you back. You're all full of shit, Michael. Anyways. But Michael came through. You know, as I was waiting for him, like, oh. So I called Michael for backup. This motherfucker doesn't answer. No. Typical. It's an emergency. You need somebody to answer now. But no, they're fucking busy. Doing what? Taking a shit. Are you not at work? Are you not supposed to be sitting in your truck waiting for a call for us to be like, hey man, I need this? That was the moment where I was, hey man, I'm stuck. I need you to come fucking pull me out. And his question was like, what the fuck do you mean you stuck? What the fuck does that sound like? Do you not hear? Are you deaf? I'm stuck. What do you mean? What do I mean by what do I mean what I'm saying? What do you mean? I mean I'm stuck, bitch. Nobody could believe it. Nobody believed it. Well, and I understand why today, on that day, I didn't understand. I was heated. I was heated because he didn't answer. I called him. He didn't answer. I was just like, whatever. I'll just text him. I'll send him my location. Text him, hey, come pull me out. I need this. Come pull me out. Now, he decides to still sit back over there and call me 20 fucking times while I'm over there digging my fucking truck out of the sand with my hands and a piece of wood. Oh, I was lucky I had wood, but not so much because it didn't do fucking difference whether I had the lumber or not because I couldn't use it. The truck was literally sitting on the sand. The chassis was sitting on the sand. The fucking I forgot the name of that shit. But the differential of the truck was dug into the sand. That's how bad it was. So I'm sitting there, just digging my way out, just waiting for fucking Michael to come. And mind you, this is an empty road, like in the middle of fucking nowhere. I took a wrong turn. Hey, shit happens when you party naked. I took the wrong turn. And I'm digging myself out, and I see a car coming. It was a Tesla. And I was like, oh, that car's light. That car will probably make it through here if they don't stop. And she sees me, but decides to keep going. She sees my truck dug into the ground, but decides to keep going. So I see her make a little left turn in a little smaller road lookalike, I guess, but it wasn't a road really. It was just a wash where the water goes through, I guess. I don't know what the fuck it was. So she pulls in there, and I see their car start to do one of these, like just fucking start digging in the ground as she's going. She's trying to turn around on the sand. So she keeps going, probably another 200 feet down the road. She's stuck in the middle of nowhere. Now, there's a work truck and a Tesla stuck in the fucking sand of that fucking riverbed. I was so happy that it was a clear sky day. I was just like, thank you. I usually don't thank God, but on this day, we decided to thank God. Whatever the fuck that is. I was sitting there digging my shit out, and somebody else comes and fucking gets stuck there. What are the chances, right? At least I wasn't alone in that one. That chick getting stuck in that sand as it was like I did, it made me feel a lot better. I would have not expected, you know what? I was expecting to get jacked by a mountain lion before I was expecting another fucking Tesla to come and get stuck in the same place I was stuck in. I was like, that happened. And my truck happened. So I'm sitting there and I see the lady in the car stuck, She's sitting there in her car she's kind of far from me. Like I said, she's about 500 feet, probably more away from me. I don't know how to fucking tell the difference. I don't know what the fuck 500 feet is, but 500 feet, that was 500 feet, I guess. So she's sitting in her car and I'm like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm in the middle of a riverbed with mountains around me, and there's a car that she was trying to turn around. Right? We already established that she was trying to turn around, but what she was trying to do, she was trying to keep going because that's where Google Maps was sending her. So what she was trying to do is trying not to get stuck to come back around. So that's why she went all the way over there just so she wouldn't stop. But she did get stuck. And I got worried for a second. I'm like, damn, I'm in the middle of nowhere. No other fucking cars have came through here. And all there is fields, is it chicken wire fences and cows. And there's a fucking house probably a good 5 miles away from where the fuck we are. That was the last house I saw. And you know what? I was enjoying the view, and that's probably where I got lost because it was a beautiful view. That area, it's so beautiful. It's open fields. There's cows in the mountains grazing. Like, this is early in the morning. That's what I want in my life. I want to go out, look at my fucking field, and look at all those cows grazing over there. It may be a horse and a donkey just running in the field over there. That's what I want in my life for the future. That's what I want, right? So, mind you, I come through this road, I see that, I was like, damn, this is what I want. But it's cool because it's within the city, you know, it's close by. But anyways, I wasn't expecting nobody to come through there, and I see the chick sitting in her car. She doesn't get out of her car. She's stuck for like a good 10, 15 minutes already, but she doesn't move out of her car. I guess, well, she doesn't move out of her car, so I'm digging. You know, I'm worried. I don't know who the fuck that is. What if she came here just to fucking keep an eye on me before somebody comes and fucking jacks me or something? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Other thing, what if she's fucking going through some shit and she's just driving out there, you know, just to take herself out? I don't know why people do that, but people do that. There's stories that people have done that, driven out to the middle of nowhere, hung themselves, shot themselves in the chest, and you know, they died. That's how that happens. But no, luckily it wasn't. I went up to her. I was like, hello, are you stuck like me, or are you okay? The lady, you know, she just big smile on her face. Cause I guess she was worried. She's like, another fucking guy. She's a girl. I'm a dude out there in the middle of nowhere. Dudes are scary. You know, women have more things to worry about than men do, right? But anyways, so I asked her, you know, are you stuck or are you okay? She's like, no, I'm stuck. I came the wrong way. Google Maps sent me this way too. And I was like, yeah, you and me both, right? So she gets out of the car, you know, we start talking. She's like, oh, yeah, but I already called AAA. They say they couldn't come because we're off-road. And they directed me to another company, another towing company that does have 4x4 vehicles to get me out of here. She said, now see if he can get you out of here, too. I was like, you know what? That's fine. Coworker's already in his way here. They'll pull me out. But, I mean, if your guy, whoever's coming for you, can pull me out, shit, that'll be great. Wonderful, you know. So, you know, we started talking right there. Well, we didn't talk much. Just, oh, I'm Oscar. Oh, nice to meet you. I don't even remember her name. That's how good I am with names. So don't tell me your fucking name, because 2 hours later, it's gone. Forever gone. I'll never remember it. But I kept digging myself out, and it got to a point where I'm like, I'm done digging myself out. This shit's not gonna make a difference. Well, it probably made a difference, but as much, if I would have kept digging, it probably would have not made a difference because I was already fucking tired of digging. It was already, at that time, we were already at an hour and a half of being stuck. So she goes back into her car, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep digging myself. Sat in my car. I started digging, and then I said, fuck this. I'm done. I'm going to sit down. I sat in the truck, started scrolling through my phone, and I hear her car door open. Because it's quiet out there. There's nothing. All you hear is the breeze. That's it. Nothing else. And she opens the car. I hear her open the car, and I'm like, oh, shit, someone's walking this way. Look, and yeah, sure, she is walking towards me. And, you know, she's like, oh, I called a tow truck. They're going to come pick me up, and I'm going to see if I can get you out too. And I was like, you know what? Like I told you earlier, my coworkers are in his way, but if they could get us out, both of us, great. And, you know, getting to know her a little bit about the situation we're in, at the distance, I hear another truck. I'm like, oh, someone's coming. And she's like, yeah. And it was a 4x4. Big ass fucking truck. Big ass fucking Ram truck. Comes in, the dude gets out of the car. He's like, oh, you guys called? And I was like, and the lady was like, yeah, I called, and that's my car over there. She's all like, And the guy looked at us and like, yeah, this happened because this happened during after the Black Friday weekend, right? So he came up to us like, yeah, during the Black Friday weekend, there was like 20 cars stuck in this fucking area, he said. We even had a big rig that we had to fucking haul out of here because it was stuck. And everybody said the same thing that you guys are saying right now. Google Maps sent us this way. And everybody got stuck, right? And the guy asked me, do you want me to pull you out too? And the lady was like, well, can you do it with the same price, for the same price as mine? He's like, nope, I can't do it for the same price. It's going to be $370 just to pull you out. $370 $370 just to pull me 10 fucking feet. Bro, you're already here. She's going to pay you for the gas that you drove here. Hey, if you want, I can give you $50 for your gas just for pulling me 50 feet. You're already here, dog. I mean, what the fuck? $380 just to fucking pull me out. And mind you, I almost made it across the riverbed. And I fucked up because I slowed down. And if I would have slowed down, I probably would have made it all the way through. Probably. Because it was like literally 10 feet. 10 feet away from where I was. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'll wait the other hour when my coworker gets here. So, you know what? Do your thing. Get yourself out of there. It's fine. Well, Michael shows up right as she's getting pulled out. It seemed fucking easy the way he pulled her out. So I was like, you know what? We'll do the fucking same. Tie up the truck. Fucking yank me out of here, dude. Well, only problem is F-150s don't have the power to pull another F-150 out of a rut when they have, I don't know, a couple 100 pounds worth of lumber on the rack. I don't know. Maybe. But I lost 4 hours of my life. I lost 4 hours of my life all because I wanted to save 15 minutes. And now, lesson learned. Well, the beautiful thing is, I didn't get in trouble at work because he understood, and there was many people that came, not many, but there was another truck that came by because the truck F-150, like I said, could not do the job and pull me out. It was beautiful when I saw the F-250 coming by, 4x4, lifted. Oh, it made me feel good. I was like, oh, I'm almost out of here. It was already lunchtime. I ate my lunch while stuck in a riverbed. Not cool. That's the saddest shit you'll ever hear. I ate my lunch while being stuck in a riverbed. Yeah, that's how fun it was. It was a good day, though. I mean, after all that, I was just like, fuck, I don't even want to go to work no more. I'm just going to call my boss and tell him, hey man, I can't do it today. I'm hurt. My feelings are hurt. But yeah, finally got out 4 hours later. The truck was fine. Beautiful. So, no wrongdoing. Although it was all fun and games until, I got stuck. But there was no games going on. But there was fun because I was enjoying the view going to the area where I was going. But anyways, it's not fun to be stuck in the sand. Oh, so we should move along because there's a couple of subjects that I'm really, really, really interested in. I'm excited about this couple of things that I'm going to mention here. Okay, settle down. The Liver King. Yeah, just eating raw meat will get you to look that good, right? It's not the 12,000. Is it 1,200? Let's find out. It's not 12,000. It's something 12. Larger than life bodybuilder Brian Johnson, all AKA the Liver King, allegedly has a secret to his impeccable physique. Roids, steroids, roids. Johnson, who rose to fame after claiming he lives an ancestral lifestyle. That includes eating raw liver. God, I hope you have some type of tapeworm in your fucking gut that eats everything you're eating and you don't get no food for being a fucking liar. I'm a liar too. I'll probably eat one of those too. Was outlawed by fellow bodybuilders who claim to have evidence of Johnson's steroid use as seen in leaked emails allegedly sent by Johnson. The father of two, see, this is what I don't give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck a father of what the fuck he is. That's not what we care about here. Since the Liver King has been posting since August 21st, amazing over 1.7 million followers, and swearing that his intense workouts and eating as a modern caveman are the secret to how he's achieved and maintained his ripped body. Now, I understand everybody's mad at him. Brennan Schaub, quit fucking defending him. Well, you can defend him. Go ahead and defend him. But let's be fucking real, Brennan Schaub. You're saying he never said I don't do steroids. No, I don't get it, Poppy. I don't get it. I'm a gringo Poppy, and he never said I use steroids. Let me tell you, buddy. Let me tell you. There's thousands of clips where he says, I don't use steroids. And let me tell you, I think people that use steroids are not primal enough like me. You gotta eat your liver. Eat your raw liver. Eat it. Eat the raw liver. And you look like me. But if you take steroids, you'll look better than me. That's what he should have been saying. Johnson, who's posted videos showing him chowing down on raw animal liver, protein shakes, egg yolks, and bone marrow, claim his body is 100% natural and craziness and stouchily, I don't even know what stouchily means, has denied steroid use. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the fucking guy that says he never uses steroids. Look at how disgusting he looks. Look at that shit. Dude, cut that fucking meat. Your sweat's gonna get on that shit, and now you're not gonna be able to eat it afterwards. And what did you get out of that? You got a shit ton of money and a shit ton of views and a shit ton of sales. To that I say, good job. Good job, my friend. Brennan Schaub, he did fucking lie. Don't try to make it seem like he doesn't lie. This bitch does fucking lie. Liar. Pants on fire. Johnson's been accused of using performance-enhancing drugs by a YouTuber who simply goes by Derek, whose channels More Plates, More Dates was on Joe Rogan last Friday. Also said, Joe Rogan said, that guy's a fucking liar. I don't want him on my show. Which, I get it. You don't want that fucking lying ass on your show. You don't need that. I get it. But talk all the shit you want about him. He was talking shit about people who were using steroids. even though he was using steroids. All right? In an hour-long video which exceeded 1.68 million views, Derek shows his emails he claims Johnson sent an unnamed coach in 2021, in which the muscle man allegedly shared his goals to build his Liver King brand and admits to spending $11,000 on a figure-enhancing drug. Hey, all right. Let me just clear this up a little bit, at least from my perspective, okay? There's nothing wrong with what he did. Absolutely. Well, okay, let me rephrase this. The brand that he created, he needed to do what he did, okay? But I think what people and I are mostly upset about, I don't even care, but I'm going to include me. I think what people are mostly upset about is that his claim to fame was shitting on people that did what he does and trying to act like he doesn't. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. Anyways. Hey, he made a shit ton of money. I think it's the lie that he put out there, this is the only thing I use, I don't use that. That's what people are mostly upset about. But I'm upset that people like Brennan Schaub, dude, he was lying. He was lying. Don't try to pretend like he wasn't lying. I mean, it's blatantly lying. Like he lied about the whole shit. He lied about his style that he's trying to promote. He doesn't even live that lifestyle, you know. But I hope you don't have any fucking parasites from all that raw meat you ate. Hopefully you're getting it from a source ethically harvest meat, I guess. Hopefully. Do you, boo? Anyway. Move along. We have another matter at hand. The transgender Canelo Kiefel is suing the medical team that approved the gender-neutral top surgery in 2020 that left her with painful complications. I mean, sometimes in the shower I realize they are gone. I just see these scars. Canelo Kiefel, 32, had a healthy breast, her healthy breast removed in 2020 to align with her non-binary gender identity. I mean, she says the doctor approved her surgery after 2 Zoom meetings briefing past a whole host of mental health issues. Now, the Camel is in a better place mentally. She realizes her surgery was a mistake. So 2.5 years later, she's suing her social worker, therapist, and gender clinics they work for, Brave Space Oregon, and Quest Center for Integrity Health, seeking up to $850,000 in damages. As a child, Kamala never gave her gender identity a thought. But when her best friend was raped by a relative in 6th grade, she says she became acutely aware of her femininity. Around that time, her father also imparted well-meaning advice that backfired. My dad told me about how men talked about girls because he wanted to protect me and get me to dress more conservatively, she told the Post. But it made my anxiety worse. All the reality screwed me up. I remember I was even afraid to be alone. From that point, she began dressing more androgynously, whatever the fuck that means. I didn't want to highlight my curves. I had a lot of discomfort around my breast and hips. But the idea that she might not actually be a woman did occur to Kamala until she enrolled in Portland State University, of course, where she minored in... That's why you make stupid decisions. You started your stupid college degree with a stupid class that has nothing to do with anything that's real. Was introduced to alternative views about sex and gender. By the time she reached the mid-20s, she embraced a non-binary label and used she, they. She's an adjective. She's not a person. All the while, she was struggling with her slew of mental health issues, including anxiety disorder, social anxiety, PTSD, major depression disorder, and HDAD. You know what? People have problems. I had problems in the past. And all these names, anxiety disorder, mental health issues, social anxiety, PTSD for what? PTSD for what? Because they told you a story? They told you a happening that happened to somebody else? Did you get anxiety about winning the lottery when you heard that somebody won the lottery? Did you get anxiety about that? No, you didn't give a fuck because it didn't have nothing to do with you. I mean, all this shit that people are like, you know what? I respect it. I do respect all of it. I do. But I haven't seen it in the school surrounding where I live or where my members of my family attend to. I haven't seen any of that here, but it does worry me. You know what? I got boys. And they see me how I treat my wife. We've been together for 11 years. I mean, I must be doing something right if she still wants to stick around with this asshole. I mean, right? They first come and claim this is happening to us and it's not just in our heads. So we want to take care of it. When you're giving what you want and now you turn around and say, you fucked me because you guys accepted that I was going through this, even though we were claiming that it wasn't just a mental disorder. I mean, which is it? Touchy subject. Very touchy. I got boys, and I'm teaching them to be boys. Boys. And the expression boys will be boys is very, very toxic. Very toxic. I agree. But at the end of the day, can you stop a male dog being a male dog? No, they're going to hump everything. Unless you make it a non-binary dog by chopping their balls. Non-binary dogs. Or clipping them, I guess. I guess that makes them non-binary. Because they won't know their gender no more, I guess. Anyways. Sucks to suck. Life goes on. And what are you going to do? I mean, Liver King fucking lies. Everybody gets on him. And then this chick lies about it, regrets it, and now she wants everybody to be on the doctors. I don't get this world. What does this world have come to? This world has come to, I don't know what. Anyways. So, and the other one is Kanye West. It was so beautiful. I was so excited when he was back. I was like, ooh, we're going to see some craziness happening on this tweet. And guess what? We did see craziness. And after being crazy over a day posting the swastika fucking logo that he made, I don't know if he made it or what the fuck, but it was a swastika logo that he posted on his Twitter. I screenshotted it. I was like, let me take a look at this real quick. I looked at it. And I was like, let me screenshot this because tomorrow is not promised for this account. And sure it was. Saturday morning, account suspended. Quack, 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 quack. Account suspended. You cannot fucking work with this guy. You know what? Ari Shaffir said it best. If this asshole would have came out with a song saying what he's saying, everybody would have listened. But no. You want to be an asshole. Nobody listens when you're an asshole. When you do it through the way that you know how to do it, everybody would have listened. But no, you wanted to be an asshole. Asshole. Jerk ass. And then he goes on and say that that Schmittler was a good person that did good things. Schmittler. Anybody believe that? Schmittler killed a lot of people. Schmittler was bad. Don't let Schmittler come back. It's gross. No, I don't know. This guy. That's how I felt about that. After I said everything I said right now. Anyways. No. The World Cup, it's almost coming to an end. You know what? Oh, look at my rip. I'll leave my Cash App just in case you guys want to give me some donation so I can get a new shirt, because this shirt's fucking fucked. It's the last time you'll probably see me wear it. Once it gets a hole in my armpit, and this one has two, then shirt's done. Well, we'll probably see it in the future, because I'm not going to throw this shirt away. I'm just probably going to rip the arms off because, hey, who cares? We're poor. Until we get to the Liver King level, then we're going to start getting new shirts. But for now, this is it. But yeah, what was I saying? The World Cup, right? World Cup, interesting. It's coming to an end. Getting to the end. Canelo, your bitch ass was barking for no reason. You guys got disqualified, and Mexico sucked. They couldn't deliver. Anyways, moving on. What have we learned this week? Let's see what we've learned. I know I learned something, because I'm always learning something. I'm always learning how crazy the world acts. Like the non-binary. Today, I learned the bees can't see red. What we perceived as the color red is seen as black by bees. However, they can see ultraviolet. UV allows them to see vein-like patterns in flowers like a map, which allows them to locate the nectar treasure. Wow, that's interesting. I knew bees had a different perspective of the world than we do. I just didn't know how different. But damn, red is black, black is red. Wow. No. Black is not red. Can bees see colors we can't? Color is a byproduct of sunlight. It stems from the fact that visible light contains all the colors of a rainbow. In other words, visible light is part of the larger spectrum of energies. Bees can see ultraviolet, a color humans can only imagine, at the short wavelength end of the spectrum. So it's true that bees can see colors we can't. It's true. Bees can see colors that we can't. Many flowers have ultraviolet patterns on their petals, so bees can see these patterns. They use them as visual guides like a map painted on the flower, directing them to the flower stores of nectar. Some flowers that appear nondescriptive to us have strong ultraviolet patterns, but being a bee doesn't necessarily mean you live in a more colorful world. Bees can't see red at the longer wavelength end of the spectrum, while humans can. To a bee, red looks like black. Bees' eyes are different from our eyes in other ways as well. For example, honeybees can perceive movements that are separated by 1/300th of a second. So if a bee flew into a movie theater, it could differentiate each individual movie frame being projected. Also, every bee has 5 different eyes. There are simple eyes that discern light intensity. 2 are larger compound eyes used to detect movement. Each of these eyes contains almost 7,000 lenses. Bees don't see red. They see it as black. What do they see black as? If they don't see red, what do they see black as? Should I wear an ultraviolet shirt so I can keep bees repelled from me? It'll probably be a bad idea if I were to do that, but don't do it. You're going to get fucking stung by bees. They're going to think you're the source of nectar that they're looking for, and they're going to eat your face. Cat ate her face. Stewie. Malcolm in the middle. Anyways, today I learned that in 2011, after being lost at sea for 33 days, a man finally washed ashore in his Marshall Island. He then discovered that his uncle, believed to be drowned at sea about 50 years earlier, had also wound up on the same island and started a family there. That is wild. You know what? When people say that you probably couldn't get lost in the world because people would find you, well, how do you explain that? But those are people living in an island. No pictures of them prior to that. Well, obviously, they're not going to be found. Two men from the Pacific nations of Kiribati who were lost at sea for months have managed not only to survive, but to unravel a 50-year-old family mystery. I'm not even going to try to say his name, but Wayne, 53, and Tamay, 26, made headlines late last month when they washed ashore in the Marshall Islands after 33 days lost at sea. They were more than 600 kilometers, whatever a kilometer is, from home. Their global satellite position systems had run out of batteries after they left their island on what should have been an 80-kilometer trip to get gas. I don't know how many kilometers that is. How many miles, I should say. Marshall Island Journal editor Giff Johnson says the man found much-needed food and water in Namdrik Island. But he also says that one of the men discovered that his uncle feared drowning at sea 50 years earlier had also wound up on the same atoll and married into that community. The man discovered that they had relatives on the island. That was pretty pleasant. Surprised to drift at sea 33 days and wind up on an island where you've got family members, Mr. Johnson said. He was a young man that was lost at sea, floated into Namdrik. This would have been maybe in the late 50s or early 60s. Anyways, fucking crazy. After being lost at sea for 33 days, a man finally washed ashore in the Marshall Islands. He then discovered that his uncle, believed to be drowned at sea about 50 years earlier, had also wound up in the island and started a family. That is fucking crazy. How people disappear and they just can come back like never, not like, you know, that's, I'm not going to say like nothing ever happened, because something did happen, and obviously he said he got washed up there. How could he go back? He didn't know where the fuck he was. But if he had a satellite thing, wouldn't he know where he's at? Wouldn't he know, hey, my fucking house is over there. I could just build a fucking raft and go over there. I don't know. I don't know how the ocean works. Anyways, we got questions. Why do most society want strong men so much? Well, listen, without strong men, you could not build a society. Because, well, without strong men, you couldn't start a society. All right? Because if there's no cranes to lift the heavy load, most women will not be able to lift up a wall if you're building a house. Now, some people over here ask, the fuck kind of question is this? The kind of question, the worries about the future. That's the kind of question. When shit goes south, nobody looks for a woman to protect them. Not even women. Not even feminists look for women to protect them. No. They look for the biggest, most gentle looking dude they could find. Right? I'm just saying, as I'm popping out my chest. Biggest, gentle. That's what I'm saying. Okay? That's why people want strong men in their society so much. What is the dumbest thing you did on the dare? Smoke leaves. I've smoked leaves. They were like, "Oh, you're gonna get a headache." I didn't get a headache. I just took one rip. Nope, it was bad. Never doing it again. But you live and learn. That's how stupid I was. Nah, I was just low on weed that day. I had to take a bite. I had to take a hit of those leaves. So yeah, it's okay. Anyways, let's see. Let's see if we have missed connections. Missed connections. Retired youth pastor for advice. I'm experiencing helping with life problems, challenges. If you need a person to confide in, trust, email, I can cancel one-on-one private if you prefer. Share your secrets with me. This is an ad for a fucking fucking Craigslist ceases to amaze me every single time. It's gone from dudes looking for women to dudes looking for dudes to now better help on Craigslist. Now we got therapists offering you to share your secret with the therapist. It's beautiful. It's what the internet is about. Hey, guy at 7-Eleven. Hey, bro. We said hi. We were passing each other. I looked down and wow. I think you smiled or laughed at my reaction. I'm the older big guy. I hope we can chat and meet up. I can handle everything of that. Hit me up. Was he wearing some of these pants too? Probably, because I think you saw his hog. I don't even know what to take. I can't even find a funny take in this. I'm scared. Book reading club members. No. Let me read it again. Book reading clubs members with an A. We were both great listeners. What the fuck? That's it. We were both great listeners. Well, I guess you did listen to each other. Anyways, there's nothing more. Let's go to pet peeves. There's nothing that pisses me off more than having a doctor's appointment and having this motherfucker hold you there for another 3 hours while you fucking wait. Why in the hell did you make me make an appointment if you knew you weren't going to be available at that goddamn time? Why? Don't be an idiot and give people appointments that you can't attend to on a timely manner. Dumb fuck doctors. Anyways, thank you all for listening. This was our 2 cents. We are here. We did it. And we are gone. Deuces. Enjoy the week.